Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. This is Mike, and today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends series Secret Wars Constrictor. This guy's been a long time coming. Our last Constrictor was ages ago. I'm not exactly sure when because I wasn't into Marvel Legends at that time, but he was a guy that I wanted for a long time. He was on my list, but I was also debating whether or not to get the old one because its articulation sort of made it kind of not fit with the Marvel Legends of the era that I started in. So, but anyways, I'm glad I waited because we did get this newer version. Now, he does have some bad points we're going to see in the review, but first we'll get him out of the box. Maybe a lot of people have the same feeling. We don't really care about this lenticular shield, the little hologram. I think it's great for kids, and I think a lot of kids will like it. Even modern day kids like holograms. But I don't know if we have a lot of use for it, like as a shield for the character, because he's just not. He's not usually armed with a shield of himself, let alone one that shows his identity. But we got to get these little constricting, what should we say, constricting whips, constricting cords, constricting somethings out of the package. This guy hasn't been portrayed in any Marvel live action media, but the new Spider-Man movie is going to have some other kind of classic guys like Boomerang. I'm really happy to get this guy in Boomerang because I do love me some cheap henchmen. So as far as the accessories go, this is all you're going to get, which is really disappointing. But these are his main, these are his main, there we go. Sorry, hard to get a focus on these guys. These are his main tools of the trade. So they made the choice to have them kind of powered up, where he's sort of like electrifying them. I think his power is to electrify them. He looks very similar to Omega Red, so they did use the same tentacles as Omega Red. I don't know, the Omega Red might have even used the same tentacles as the old Marvel Legend of Constrictor, but I don't think so. But onto the figure, let's get a measurement on him. So he is standing at just about here to the top of his head. He is standing at 6 1/4, so just about 16 centimeters. Okay, so he's going to be in pretty good scale with other figures of Marvel Legends, obviously. If we get a focus, come on. There we go. If we get a focus of the character up close, you can see some decisions that were made that cheapen the figure. So we have a few things that we'll talk about, but his head sculpt I think is pretty good. I'm pleased with it. I think he looks mean. He doesn't look like he's just doing a passive face. He can look up really well because he does have the usual hinge and ball joint, and I don't think it looks too unnatural, but you are going to be very limited on giving him any attitudes. So, but with this, some other people have said, and I have the same feeling, why didn't they arrange the lines so this cut would be one of the lines? That would have been really easy to do, and it would have been like basically a lazy solution to a problem. But instead of that, they just didn't address the problem. They just think, just cut it in the middle. But anyways, these are cheap Marvel Legends figures. So they're not cheap anymore, but they're cheaply made. Cheaply made is my idea. This part is going to be like okay for some people, but others will probably be upset about. He doesn't have hands that will come off. He just has this cut at the arm, which is, I think, where the cut was made for the Vulcan body. So this one, we've got it, his arms will hinge around or swivel around. So he comes with a fist and an open hand, and there's no change in that. but you can change the angle of them. Okay, and for the boots, for the part here, it's basically they just painted this part. There's no sculpt for that, so it does look pretty cheap when you get a good view of it. From far back, it's less noticeable, but up close, it does look very cheap. So, okay, let's look at his articulation, because this guy's kind of a simple figure. We said about the head already, so no really attitude, but you can get him to look down a lot. You can get him to look up a lot. So he can do some action poses coming at you. Okay, he's got the butterfly joints that will go back pretty far. They look like they'd go back further, but they don't quite do it. But they go forward a decent amount. So for the crossbody, yeah, he can do crossbody quite well. Okay, if we do for both of them, it can go quite well, I think, for a Marvel Legend. Okay, he does not have a diaphragm joint. He has an older type ab crunch. It'll get you like that and like this. His arms, will go up well past 90. Okay, and he's got his bicep cut. It looks kind of bad at some angles. It's not the worst thing, but it does look kind of bad at some angles. So, and double jointed pinless elbows that will get you back all the way as far as you need, I think, for Constrictor. He does have an old style waist cut, so it's rather unsightly for a lot of people. He'll kick up just like this, no drop downs. Out to the side, very good, better than most Spider-Man, which is ridiculous. But it's good for this guy, it's bad for Spider-Man. The thigh cut is fine. The double jointed pinless knees are fine. They are very functional, very good. Okay, we do have the boot cut, thank God. That'll help with posing him in more actiony poses. And we do have ankles that will hinge pretty far forward all the way back, and they do have ankle pivot. So, okay, for the last part, we'll compare him to a few other characters. I'll actually put in his tentacles. We got one, we got two. Okay, so some people have suggested, and I agree, if you want, you can put in the extra Omega Red tentacles if you have him. And if you have the gray ones especially, it'll be the best match for this character, because white would kind of stand out in a bad way. But if you have those, then you can put in the shorter ones, like he's kind of at a resting pose. He should have come with shorter ones, but they only came with this. They were cheaping out. Okay, there he is next to Green Goblin, another baddie. I'll put him with the same ones from the other videos recently. Here he is with G.I. Joe Classified Lowlight, and here he is with a Fresh Monkey Fiction Agent, and I still can't remember what those guys were called. Blackwatch Agents, that's it, Blackwatch Agents. So, but anyways, guys, that's Constrictor. What do you think about him? I think he's a cool idea for a bad guy. I don't know, maybe Omega Red might have a little more story behind him and be a little cooler for the story. Omega Red's kind of like a dark, scary serial killer, Russian agent, super soldier serum type situation, super soldier program type thing. But Constrictor is more like a low-level baddie. So, but he's got some staying power. He's been in the comics for a long time, so, and he keeps coming back. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me on this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. F-Ice, take care, everybody. Bye for now.